Straight up Tennessee family, what is going on? It's your boy Ruck in the building, man. And tonight we have all of the scrimmage notes, thoughts. We did a quick video yesterday, just kind of diving into what we found out. But now we get to share our thoughts, man. We're going to dive into it tonight, all about it. Me and Dylan, we're going to watch Josh Heupel's press conference together, man, as a family, kind of go through it, pick it apart, and just really see, man, like, is Heupel just the most, like, can he just hide the way he actually feels so well? Or is there a lot of truth to what he actually said yesterday after scrimmage number one, specifically in the quarterback realm, how great the defense played? We'll dive into all of that. Obviously, there's big news around Rocky Top right now as of on Sunday with starting wide receiver Chris Brazzell. We'll dive into that a little bit as well. But, man, what does week three? We're coming up on week 3 of fall camp. Like, what does this need to look like? I can tell you one thing. There has to begin some separation at the quarterback position. But y'all already know, man, we're going to dive in. We're going to have a good night together. Y'all lock in. Let's tap in, man. It's your boy Ruck in the building. Welcome to Straight Up Tennessee on a Sunday. Let's get it going, man. Let's fly. Let's ride.
Tennessee's the program to keep an eye on. If you want to know which program that's not currently at the head table of college football, it's Tennessee.
Now Meshack's got to go. A fire! Fire! Wins it! Jabari Meshack wins it! He needs a strike. Burton needs a bolt. Swing and a miss! And for the first time, Rocky Top reaches the mountaintop of college baseball.
Yo, Straight Up Tennessee family, what's happening, man? Happening on a Sunday, man. Y'all know what to do. It's the top of the show. Like, comment, subscribe, and join the channel, man. Let's go ahead and join that thing. You get access to our Discord. You get access to really all of the Straight Up Tennessee stuff that you want, man. You get to hop in our Discord channel where we literally share news, where we get it firsthand from specific guys that we know inside the program. We get it firsthand from some guys, some players, some former VFLs that we know who are also a part of the program. And, man, we get a lot of details there. So if you guys are interested and want to be a part, man, all you got to do is join that channel. But, man, if you don't even want to join, just click that thumbs up, comment tonight, man. Let's ride. It's going to be a really fun night. Scrimmage number 1 is complete. Scrimmage number 2 is actually going to be on this Friday. And so what do we need to see, man, leading up to Friday? I got a lot of thoughts. I have a lot of concerns. I have a lot of frustrations. Deal, what's up, man? It's Sunday, bro. What's going on?
Yeah, it's all good over here. We 20 days out?
20 days, bro.
Yeah, let's get it.
20 days, man. Like it feels like it takes so long to get to August. But then once August gets here, it's gone, man. Like even for me this week, bro, I feel like this week it's a blur. It's going to be a blur for me. I got a lot of travel, which is why maybe we'll have a show Wednesday. I'll be literally in New York. So if I can make it happen, we're going to definitely make it happen Wednesday. But if not, I'm going to try to hit a couple of little videos throughout the week as we hear some things. Because I think this is separation week, man. I think it has to be, right? Like we've been talking about, hey, after scrimmage 1, we're going to see some separation in the quarterback room. Heupel made it seem like that's not the case. That's not what he wants to do right now. But I think this has to be separation week because next week's a mock game week, bro. And like we can't go into the mock week still with our hands up. Like, I don't know. We just can't. And I don't really think it's close. As close as Heupel says. And so we'll dive into it a little later, but what's your thoughts so far? Obviously, scrimmage number 1's over. We've all listened to the press conference. At least I know all of the Straight Up Tennessee boys have, me, Dylan, C2, Sale, Turn. I know we've listened to it, and we're going to listen to it again tonight and just kind of go piece by piece. But, Dylan, like, what's your thoughts so far from all the reports from RTI, VolQuest, Full Disclosure? Like, where are you right now after fall camp scrimmage number 1?
I mean, yeah, it's business as usual. I mean, we all expected the defense to win the first day. Really, this is more like fundamentals. Like who's going to be out there running the right routes? Who's going to be out there throwing the right ball? Who's going to be doing the right blocking assignment? I mean, this is really all that you're looking for. You know, defense is going to win if you got a good football team. But
Yeah, I agree with you. Adrian in the chat. What's up, Adrian? He says, Friday, I want to see a quarterback take the next step and be our starter. I also want to see Mike Matthews and Braylon Staley make some plays. I heard Mike had a couple of good plays at the scrimmage, but that he was in a red non-contact jersey, so it didn't really help him. Like, I mean, was he getting pressed and was he getting bumped and bump and run covers? Like, with a red non-contact jersey, like what are the limitations for Mike Matthews? We don't know. We can't tell you what that was, but hopefully he got some real run against some of those guys out there. But I agree, Adrian. I think the biggest separation we need is in the quarterback room. And I don't really think that what Heupel's given us is 100% true, because if you guys have listened to any outlets, if you subscribe to VolQuest, if you're subscribed to RTI or GoVols247, whatever you're subscribed to, they are all telling you the same things. And the biggest news for me so far from what we heard about Saturday is that Jake Merklinger was atrocious. And it wasn't good. And this is why I keep telling people, you can be a practice merchant. Like, you can be mechanically sound throughout a practice and look the part. But what happens when there's no coaches on the field? What happens when you're under the lights in I'm gonna call it an arena, a cathedral like Neyland Stadium, right? And you're going up against your guys. Your first team defensive line is eating you guys. I heard the offensive line did pretty dang good, barring everything that the defense was throwing at them, different formations. Man, I'm hearing that Tim Banks is really in his bag right now defensively. And for one thing that you guys need to know is Tim Banks does not hold back in scrimmages. He is playing because he wants to see what his defense is going to look like on August 30th against Syracuse. He's playing. He's giving you the new looks. He's giving you new coverage looks. He's giving you new upfront twists, splits, everything. Like, he's making it hard on the offense. And to hear that the offensive line had a good day was huge for me. I felt like, you heard a lot of good things about David Sanders. You heard a whole lot of good things. Actually, like, you heard William Satterwhite took a step. And you're like, okay, Big Will, like, maybe we can put Sam in his true position and just let you ride. And if it's not what we want, then obviously we have that option. Because for me, Dylan, like, that's what I would prefer. Is Satterwhite is a center. We recruited him as a center. Pendleton can play center. It's very different. It's like saying Ollie Lane is a guard, but he can play center. Like, no, that's not what we ever wanted, but it happened, right? And so it's like, if Satterwhite can just get it in his head that, like, this could be your money year, bro. Like, you legitimately could be a 4-year starter at Tennessee if you handle your business.
for sure. And I mean, that's what you want to hear, because you want to have depth, and you want to have depth that you trust, because it would make me feel so much better going into the season, hearing all this good news about Jesse Perry and how he's doing in practice. If Sam Pendleton came in and he was good at guard, and then we had Satterwhite at center and Moy at the other guard spot, and we can have Jesse Perry just bouncing in between right and left if we ever need him. Same thing with the tackle spot. I mean, I'm hearing Bennett Warren took a good step.
Yep.
Having him back up Dave or back up Hurd, that's going to be huge for us.
I feel like him being the do-it-all tackle, right, can play, right? That's going to be big. And the fact that Sam can play center is going to be big. Jesse Perry, he can play left, right, guard, right. So, like, we've got some options, and that's always good because, man, it's inevitable that the offensive line is going to be one of the first groups to see injuries. But it's a good question here, Deal. Let's kind of see what this is. Adrian says, which running back do we think will be our starter? From all accounts, I think it's Deshaun Bishop.
Oh, you going with Bishop? Okay. From everything I've heard, Star Thomas is for real.
I heard Star's doing his thing. I did hear Star Thomas is doing his thing, but I don't know, dude. I don't know. I think it's D Bishop.
It's a great problem to have, though. I mean, that could be 1A, 1B.
That's the one room I have no problems with.
For sure.
I have no fears, nothing with that room. I think you got 3 dudes and they're all going to play regardless. But I think you got 3 dudes who genuinely can just make something happen. And they're all very different. I think Deshaun Bishop is kind of the do-it-all guy. I think Star Thomas is like your receiving back, but got some scat to him. And then I think Peyton Lewis is more of your power north-south kind of guy. Like he doesn't want to necessarily like get you off your toes and juke. Like he might just try and run through you, but I think he has it in him. Peyton Lewis reminds me of like what Jabari Small was in 21.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
Jabari can stop on a dime, but Jabari wasn't trying to really juke you. Like he would run through you, he would get outside, make some stuff happen. But he was north south, and I love that about him. And so, you know, I do think Deshaun Bishop is going to roll out first. And I think that might be just because of system, right? Like last year when DeSamp was fumbling and not playing well, who came in? It wasn't Peyton Lewis. It was Deshaun Bishop. So I think that's just where Darrell Sims is maybe. And I think Deshaun Bishop's put the work in. His body is completely different. He's gotten faster. He's gotten leaner, and he's gotten to a weight that's comfortable, man. And he looks like an SEC back right now. So
for sure.
Kind of going back to scrimmage stuff. Obviously, we were talking about the offensive line having a pretty decent day. Overall, quarterbacks and wide receivers didn't have the best day. But you were dealing with like Braylon Staley didn't play. Chris Brazzell didn't play, in which if you guys hadn't heard, I know I talked about it a little earlier in the show, Chris Brazzell was arrested today on a driving on a suspended license. He was supposed to meet in court back in 2024. We don't know where. We don't know if it was Knoxville or Texas. We have no idea, but he was arrested. And it's just more drama, man. I feel like we're full of drama so far in 2025. Nico leaving, and then the quarterback battle, Boo Carter. It's just like, is this what all programs typically go through? Because I'm just not used to it. We typically are the quiet ones in the back, you know, chilling.
Yeah, Netflix dropped the ball, not covering us.
Netflix dropped the ball on that Sunday or any given Saturday, man.
For real.
I just don't know how they did not get the Hypo return to OU. That is mind-boggling to me, bro. Mind-boggling. Matt's in the chat. What's up, Matt SS? He said, what's up, Rug? He says Dylan gave Dylan the pound. So Matt, good to have you around tonight, my guy. Throw the questions in there, everybody, man. Everybody watching, y'all can throw in questions, man. We're here. We're talking all about fall camp. We're recapping, and then we're just going to watch Hyper's press conference together here in a few minutes. But, you know, I still don't know how I feel about the linebacker room right now. I heard Jeremiah Thielander did not go on Saturday. I'm not sure why. I don't know if that was a precautionary thing, but Arion Carter went, and he did his thing. Heard he got a nice tip ball in coverage. And I was like, oh my God, that's different. Like, heard he did that. And I heard Edwin Spillman had a couple plays that way in coverage, dropping into the correct zone, not getting overran, not getting undercutted, but making it into the right zone, right time, getting a bat ball, a PBU. And that's huge, man, because our linebackers have struggled in the Hypo era, really just stopping stuff across the middle. I mean, if y'all remember Georgia last year, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So it was nice to hear that. And so I would say this, Dylan, the biggest news out of the scrimmage was, I know I mentioned they said Jake was atrocious. They did say that overall Joey had a pretty good day, other than he threw a pick six to Colin Brazil, who is Chris Brazzell's little brother. We don't know the situation. Like we don't know if this was like, oh my God, this is terrible, bro. Like, you don't like, how did that was like a Nico pick? That's what I'm gonna start calling them. That's what I'm gonna start calling them, Nico picks. Like, was it a Nico pick, or like, was this a tip ball? Like, what was it? So we don't know the situation, but it was a pick six. So That's never good to hear, but I heard he commanded the offense well. Operation was clean when he was there, and he led. He led. That is the key at quarterback. I don't care if we have a underthrow or overthrow here on second down. Like, hey, it is what it is. But what are we doing on 3rd and 6? Are we getting our guys together, telling them that we're going to make a play? Right? Like,
Right.
And that's what Joey did. He made some plays. He made us some plays on the run. Said Jake Merklinger was not very good on the run, which kind of sucks. And from what we've heard is that George McIntyre had the best day out of everybody. But you have to take this with a grain of salt, my family. He's doing that against 2s and 3s. He's not doing that against the first team defense. And so I think we all have to kind of get into a space where we realize, like, George definitely has the highest ceiling. I think he's the most talented in the room. But he's not doing what he's doing on the ones. And so I feel like we got to pump the brakes a little bit on GMAC right now. With every report we hear about how good it is, y'all have to keep in mind that this is against our 2nd and 3rd string, man. Like, this is not against this is not on, Andre Turrentine, Idris Farouk. Like, it's not on Jalen McMurray, Boo Card. Like, this is on Trey Poteet and Dylan Lewis and, like, guys that came in with him, right? Like,
Right.
we gotta put pause. Adrian says that SEC Netflix series pissed me off. I don't care about no LSU, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, Auburn, A&M, and Gator bait. No Tennessee love except Vandy game.
No, they showed Arkansas and Ohio State.
Yeah, that's not love, Dylan.
No.
That's clapped. That's what that is. That's clapped. That's messed up, but
Yep.
it is. That's how they do Tennessee all the time, though. So it's like we should be used to that, but you never get used to it, bro.
Right. Just taking names. ESPN used to do it. SportsCenter used to do it. Now it's Netflix.
Yeah, they never fail. Somebody is going to screw Tennessee, regardless. They're gonna find a way
every time.
Oh, scrimmage. I also heard great things about the defensive line, man. I heard Caleb Herring had a huge day. He took a step. I'm also hearing that the interior is just filthy. Like David Hobbs, Jackson Moy, Bryson Eason, not Tyree West, but David, Jackson Moy, Bryson Eason. Who am I missing?
Robinson.
Nathan Robinson took a step. It's scary season, okay? And then I'm also hearing a guy by the name of Tyree Weathersby making his presence felt. If y'all don't remember Tyree Weathersby, he was a high 4-star recruit in, I guess, the 2023 class. And was it a broken hip, Dylan? Like,
it was something like that. I don't know if he broke it or fractured it, but he was out all season last year.
And he did not play. I would say it was actually his freshman year, 2023, is when he was out the entire year. Last year, he did get some run late in the season. But I think this is his money year as a redshirt sophomore. I think he's going to be able to make some noise on the outside. I think he's a strong side end. So him, Tyree West, Dominic Bailey, like those. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm telling you, scary season on the D line. This is why I need y'all to take it with a grain of salt when you hear that the offense didn't operate well. Ain't nobody going to operate well. How many games did we make people score less than 20 last year? All the way up until what game?
Just pretty sure it's Florida, wasn't it?
Nah, they had 17.
Yeah.
The final was 24-17. It was, who was it? It was somebody. Was it Georgia?
It must have been.
It had to be Georgia, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Georgia had 31 on us. Like, you didn't lose that much, people. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Like, yes, you lost James Pierce. James Pierce was a hurry nightmare. He didn't close his sacks last year, right? But you get back Bryson Eason, you get back Jackson Moore, you get back Josh Josephs, you get back Tyree West, you get back Dominic Bailey. Like, All of these guys played meaningful downs. You get back David Hobbs. Like, you got guys, bro. You got guys. And this is it. I'm gonna just say it this way. They make life a living hell for the offense. And that's the best way it's gotta be, man. It's gotta be that way. Adrian in the chat, he says, I just hope our defense gets more sacks and turnovers this year to help out the offense. Yes, we need that. We do need that. I think the offensive struggles are going to be completely healed by one thing and one thing only: complete the passes when they're open. Like, y'all, just, I say this every show, bro. Go back and watch. Y'all go back and watch. You know what? Look, while we're on here, I'm about to even do something crazy. I'm going to see if I can even get this to upload while we're on the show, because me and Dylan was sitting here passing back and forth terrible Nico throws the other day. And I just need y'all to understand, dude, like, if Nico hit half, and I've said this, y'all, so many times, if the guy hit half of the guys that were open, he had 3,500 yards passing. He probably had 30 touchdowns. Like, I'm not BSing y'all. I'm dead serious. Like, he would have legit had that many, bro. And there would have been nothing anybody could have done to stop it, because the guys were running wide open. We couldn't hit them. We were not competent enough to hit wide open dudes, bro. Like, nothing will ever change my mind, bro, about that. We were historically bad in the pass game last year. By the numbers, Dylan, Joe Milton had a better year than Nico, dude.
Statistically, yeah.
Like, by the numbers, he had a better year, dude. Like, and you can't even take that from Joe, dog. You can't even take it from him.
And you can make the argument
had a better year.
Yeah, you could make the argument that Nico was only a redshirt freshman. And
no,
I'm
6
years.
Nope. I'm done with that, bro.
No,
that's
the way I am. You had a year to sit back and watch film, take in the playbook, learn from Joe. He didn't do none of that, bro.
Dude, it wasn't good, bro.
No.
It wasn't good at all. Nothing about it was good.
I know if you can get it up, but the one that I sent during the Florida game, he stares down at receiver the entire route. And he had a very bad habit of that last year, just staring down receivers. And that's how we ended up throwing so many interceptions with Nico last year.
But in the chat, who was worse at overthrows, Milton or Nico? I think Nico.
It's probably a wash, but
like
both. It's bad either way.
You know what we should do, bro? Here's what me and you we got a task. We need to chart Joe's 2023 overthrow chart and Nico's 24. Here's why. Because I would be interested to see how many touchdowns Joe had deep versus Nico. And I'm not talking about quick slants to Dante Thornton when he's running 60 yards.
Right.
That's not a deep ball. Like 30 yards or more down the field. That's what I'm talking
35
about.
and up. Yeah.
Like, I would be interested to see that EPA chart, because I guarantee you Joe was better. I bet you he was better. Like, okay, y'all, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this.
The offensive line, Dylan Sampson just so strong at the point of contact.
Nico off play action, taking a shot downfield, got a receiver, but he overthrew Brew McCoy.
Bro, was he throwing it to his dad?
I caught it.
Like, did he see his dad was like, Daddy? Like, the first problem I have with that clip, Dylan, he held on to the ball for so long.
Yep.
Dude was already like, here's the difference. And then I'm gonna start talking about Nico, because I'm tired of talking about Nico. But it just is what it is. When you watch that clip, you see two things. A, you see an inaccurate throw, period. And you see a guy hold on to the ball for so long. What a great quarterback does is one thing, and that plays completely different. You throw him open.
Yep.
Throw him open. He never would do that. Like, no. He never would throw him open. If they were open, he would try to throw it to a spot. You can't throw it to a spot, dude. You got to throw guys open. And if he let that ball go 2 seconds earlier, that's a touchdown.
So, yep. And there's no excuses. I mean, he's flat-footed, clean pocket.
That's a touchdown, bro. That's a miss.
Yep.
We have a lot more of those, but we're not trying to make this about Nico.
We can go for 3 hours, bro.
Bro, don't make me diagnose this because it's terrible. But where's my head? I've lost my train of thought. Oh, anyways, just talking about what was I talking about?
D-line.
Yes. That how nasty they are. So they're making it hard. And operations still, for the most part, was clean according to Heupel, which to me, Dylan, like that's more of a sign of maturity out of Joey Aguilar, like that I could expect. And I'm thankful for that because I think there's a place where he's not a leader and he's just a talent. That's just like Nico again. But that's not what we're getting. We're getting the complete opposite. And yeah, we may have to live with a couple more picks this year. I don't care. Like if we're throwing 30 touchdowns and 8 to 10 picks, I don't care. I just like to see 30 touchdowns again.
Yeah.
Like that's letting me know that we're doing something. And to have 8 to 9 picks lets me know that we're putting the ball up. Like we're getting the ball up in the air. And so I genuinely think that we're in a space right now where I think everyone needs to go ahead and know, like, go ahead and know this. The battle is still on, according to Heupel. But after that scrimmage, what Heupel saw was enough for him to realize and know that Joey Aguilar is probably the guy. Leadership, guys. Leadership, bringing your teammates along. That goes further, man, than anything. And that's what Joey was able to do on Saturday. I heard the command, like I told you, the command was good. The operation was cleaner when Joey was there. And Dylan, this is what I talked about. We talked about this earlier today, actually. Like, we had to realize, like, what we have to do as Vol fans is realize this. And then we're going to watch Heupel's press conference. That was Joey's 8th practice as a Tennessee Vol.
Yep.
That was his 8th practice. Y'all, I repeat, his 8th time suiting up as a Tennessee Volunteer. He's cleaner than a guy that's been there for almost 2 years. He's more mature, obviously, in age, but also in field leading teammates than the guy that's known these guys way longer. Joey's known these dudes literally, y'all, for about 10 weeks, 10 to 11 weeks. And he's gaining the trust. Like, we got to ride with it. And I want to ride with that. That's what I would much rather ride with the leader who may struggle with turning the ball over, but I don't know, man. I know Heupel. Heupel's going to make it easy for him. He's giving him a picture that's so clear, and he's going to make it clean. And that's why, that is why I'm like, I think also, imagine Joey by Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Like that's the way I'm thinking, bro.
Yeah. And that's what gives me so much faith in him, because there's something that not a lot of people are talking about with Joey. And that's that the last 2 quarterbacks that we've had, what did we hear during the spring and the fall? It's that they were having problems with operation.
Yep.
And there's a reason why we practice in Neyland Stadium for these scrimmages. They got to get the call from the box down to the field, into the quarterback's ears, and to let everybody else know.
Yeah.
We have not heard a peep about that. That's what gives me a ton of faith. Because if we can get that call down to the field, we can get the tempo back. Y'all, that's really the key. We get back to going fast and we hit our receivers. It's 2022 all over again.
I mean, dude, go back to 2021. Tempo is what got Alabama. Like, dude, do y'all realize this? In 2021, we were a touchdown away in the 4th quarter in Tuscaloosa. Like, with that team.
Yeah.
And it's all because of the way that the tempo was killing them, dude. Cedric Tillman scored on a fly ball because I can't remember my guy's name out there. Amos couldn't even turn his head around.
Yeah.
He couldn't even get the call before Ced was running past his face. Like, that's what we need back. That's what that y'all want to know why Jalen Hyatt was open all the time. A, you couldn't catch him, but B, we're scheming him open because the tempo, you can't, you just, you're so off balance. And even if you know what's coming, you can't stop it when you are running it at a pace that is literally unguardable. And so if operation was clean from like we've heard, I feel like, brother, we've got a massive opportunity to make something happen. And I think, you know, spade a spade, whatever we want to say, I feel like we all need to know and make sure that we ride this wave right now. We got to ride this wave. We got to be a little more patient. And once it happens, it's going to happen, y'all. Like, it's going to happen. And then you're not going to be able to sit back here and be like, oh, Joey ain't doing this. Joey ain't doing that. Like, no. We don't want to hear none of that when he actually is out here producing. Okay. Because you have the fan base kind of split, dude. Like, some people really want Jake Merklinger. And I don't care who goes out there, but I don't want the guy who can be a practice merchant. Like, no. I'd rather Joey be struggling like a mofo in practice, but running a clean operation when it matters. Like, I would much rather that. I want that guy.
For sure. I mean, that's what Cinco was when he was here. Because in practice, all we ever heard about was Joe Milton. I mean, think back to the 2021 spring game. Yep. The exact same thing happened that just happened. Joey Aguilar threw a pick six. Guess who threw a pick six in the 2021 spring game on a deep out? Hendon Hooker.
Yep.
I'm just saying, man, you can't take too much of this stuff into account because at the end of the day, the guy is going to float, whoever it may be, whether that's Jake, George, or Joey. The guy that wins it is going to win it in the end.
Yep. You're right, bro. 100% right. So, y'all, let's dive into Heupel's press conference from the scrimmage on yesterday. We're going to dive in and kind of just take it piece by piece and kind of dissect it, see what we like, see what we don't like. Let's ride.
Out here inside the stadium for scrimmage, as close to a game day environment as we're going to get before we kick off here in a few weeks. A lot of good, a lot of things to learn from too. Got situational football in, which is good for everybody, in particular quarterbacks. But excited to go watch the tape. So. Open it up. I also wanted to say this too. You guys can see we got a ton of families that are here for today's scrimmage. So appreciate all of them coming by, and it's always great to get our entire family together.
How do you think the quarterback benefited from being in this setting?
Yeah, it's as close to game day. We try to make practice like game day when we get into our team periods. How we function, operate. Make it game day like officials, that type of thing. But this is as close as you're going to get. So them having to own it, control situations, unique situations that come on just in the normal flow. And then, the situations that we put them in, 4 minute coming out today. So football awareness and control and everything.
Did you do well in those things?
Yeah, overall, there's a few things that we can clean up at quarterback, but really on both sides of the football too, some subtle details, which at this point in training camp, you're constantly growing and pushing to go master the details of the game. And that doesn't just end during training camp. Good teams continue to get better throughout the course of the season. And these guys have had a good mindset, have grown each day. But we got a lot more that we got to get to before we get to kickoff.
I love what he was saying, just talking more about that both sides of the ball had to clean things up, but he specifically mentioned the quarterbacks, right? Having specific things they need to clean up. This is what I was talking about a little earlier when we were talking about operation. Like, he never said the operation was bad. In years past, he said it was bad, dude. Like, and so what I need you guys to know is that what he's referring to is the operation of his transfer guy in Joey Aguilar, he's operating well, and that was his 8th time, y'all. 8th time as of all. Let's keep it rolling.
Like injuries. So how do you manage in your fall camp having so many guys out, but yet still letting these guys still pull more without getting more injured?
Yeah, your practice habits matter in keeping guys healthy. Some of it, you can't control. Guys have continued to push and take advantage of their opportunities during the course of the season. Game day from week to week, there's an ebb and flow, and next guy's got to be ready to go. And our guys that have been out, some of those guys are coming back. I like what they've done, in particular in our walkthroughs, the detail of it. But as a football team, we just got to continue to grow.
Does it change any of your evaluation at this position or that position? Does it change quarterback? Does it change anything when you're evaluating?
Well, I think you understand the totality of what's going on in the situations that they're put in. But in each phase of the game, it truly is the details, and that's for all 11 guys continuing to grow. And the guys that didn't get that rep, one of the things we talk about is not making the same mistake twice. And if you want to be elite, you learn from the guys that made a mistake that you weren't in on and that are playing your position. And I like the growth that we've seen. There's a lot more out there for us. So,
picture any clear quarterback.
Is there a place where scrimmage 2, you start to see more of those guys who have been out come back, or do you see this more as the guys that are still out, they're going to stay out?
Hopefully they start coming back, because we need those guys getting in rhythm and in sync with our offense and our defense. But if they don't come back, it makes me a little worried for the start of the season, because I understand if some guys are just being held out for bubble wrapping just to make sure they don't tweak anything. But that makes me wonder really just how bad some of these injuries are if they don't come back by then.
Like, I'm mostly worried about Braylon Staley. Like, what's going on there? Like, is it bad or is it a bubble wrap kind of thing? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow because they practice. So we'll see if he practices tomorrow, but let's keep it riding.
I'm not naming a starter today. All right. But all three of those guys have shown some really good characteristics of doing some special things with the ball, also managing the game, eliminating negatives. And there's some things that, each of them and collectively as a group, we got to get better at. And that's always the nature of it at this point in training camp.
But Joey, obviously, he spent a lot of summer learning the offense. How is he sort of run the offense, run it? Here in his first scrimmage?
Yeah, with what we're doing offensively in our installs, from protections to run game, controlling it, and what he's seen on the other side of the football, how multiple we've been here in the early part of training camp. I really like overall what he's done. There's still more for him within the structure and the details of it, but I like what he's done.
I know you're not named
That is him trying to tell you he's doing things really well. There's just more that I want out of him.
Right. Yeah. And that's something else that he just mentioned too, is that I forgot that we were talking about all these pistol concepts and everything else that they've been adding. That's even more homework on Joey's back. So for him to say that,
yeah, but it's funny, man, because like this is what Joey was saying in his media day press conference, right? He was like, dude, like a lot of the things that we're doing, I'm extremely used to. I'm just used to calling it something else.
Yep.
And so I'm learning the new terminology, and I know he's talking about these pistol sets because it's gonna lights. Ooh wee. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
My name is Whitney Allen.
I love ads. They're the best. They're just the best.
Right.
Man, we haven't gotten a chance to go watch tape. So
but
if you want to hold a press conference afterwards, I'll be able to answer. Yeah. That's about right. I don't anticipate us dramatically changing the reps right now. Yeah, 8 practices in. There's been good growth. Practices have been competitive. They've been physical, good fundamental and technique growth, which ultimately leads you to being in position to go make plays in all phases of the game. We still have a lot left individually and collectively by unit to continue to be our best. And so growth mindset, and let's continue to push.
Staley and Matthews involved.
I'm sorry.
Braylon Staley, Mike Matthews, were they involved?
Braylon was not. Mike was. Mike did a good job today. He's been with us the last couple of days.
Everybody talks about George because of his experience. George is kind of that guy. What are you seeing him do?
Yeah.
They give him a real shot to potentially win the job or earn it down the line.
Well, I think George, we challenged him post spring ball in some of the areas that he had to grow, some of that physical, some of that fundamental and technique.
Hypo, all of it's physical, bro. All of it's physical. The man still can't gain weight, y'all. The man's still bony, skinny, scrawny. I done told Dylan, I said, Dylan, that boy better start eating some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and all the ground beef he can find. Like,
Thanks.
He needs no chicken unless he got thighs and wings.
Right.
That's all he need to be eating.
Yep.
I mean, I think that's the serious issue with George, because there's a world where if the weight wasn't an issue, like, would this even be a competition?
Yeah, it makes you wonder. And I mean, they got so many food spots in Knoxville. You think somebody would slide him an NIL deal for some buffet or something?
Well, see, that's the thing, bro. They got that nutrition in the cafe in the athletic complex. Like, they're eating all the time. But if what we know about George is true, like, what can the dude actually eat? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Merrill need about 4, 5, 6 protein shakes a day. He need them 42-gram boys.
All right.
The carb gainer, mass gainer, bro. he need to be on that mass gainer, bro.
You've seen a lot of that growth from him, and you've seen his level of play be dramatically different than where we finished spring ball. And that's, from day one of training camp. He's had good presence, good control of what we're doing. There's some areas that he's going to have to continue to grow in, as all of our players have to do at this point. But I really like what George has done so far.
Being in and out of the lineup the first 2 weeks. Like what you saw from the group collectively today, given their circumstances?
Yeah, overall, I thought, they made a few plays. There's some foreign plays that are there to make, but they operated relatively efficiently in the confines of what we're doing offensively. And for them, there's some subtle details in how they operate that this is as close as they get to game day 2, which is going to be a great learning experience from them. But overall, I really like what they've done.
Is Boo getting receiver reps? And what have you seen from him over the last week that has allowed him to get back in the fold?
When we started training camp and I talked to you guys, there were steps that he had to take to continue to earn his place, in the scope of what we're doing as a football team. He has taken those steps. He's continued to grow. I like what he's been able to do here, in particular the last 4 days. What's going to transpire. It's a day-to-day, we're taking it day-to-day at this point, I guess is the best way to say it.
I wonder what he means.
I wish I could dodge questions as good as Josh Heupel, bro.
I wonder what he means. Because I think the gamer side of Heupel is like, yeah, bro, he's playing wide receiver. Like, why are you asking me this? But I feel like the leader and coach Heupel is like, man, I kind of have to, like, put him in his place and say this. So I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know where he's at with Boo. I don't know, dude. I feel like he has to, bro.
I feel like with how standoffish he is answering that question, I feel like he is behind closed doors because the media only gets to see like 15 minutes at the start of practice.
Yeah, so they have no idea.
As soon as they go on, bro, he's 100% in the slot trying to get some reps in.
I hope, bro. I freaking hope so because we're going to need him.
What's that? Boo was involved in what we were doing, yeah.
It was injured, you mentioned earlier, like we put on this additional weight, he's getting pushed around by guys like Don Bailey and them. How did he look out there on the field today with that extra weight, not maybe having coaching and
I thought David has done a really good job. 8 practices in throughout training camp. Today he handled himself extremely well. Really good player in spring ball. Continue to grow mentally and physically, and then the fundamentals and technique too. So here through the early part of training camp, he's done a really good job for a young football player. Expect him to play at a really high level.
What's your take? 9 minutes of offense. What do you take away?
I like how hard they are playing. We use the word attack, playing through the echo of the whistle, how they're running the football, the ability to not go 1-for-1 out in space and in the core, block destruction. For us and the details of what we're doing, from a shift, trade, motion, whatever it may be, all 3 levels, communicating, be on the same page. We've been solid, but there's more growth for us on a play in, play out basis right now with 1s, 2s, and 3s, but they've had a great mindset and they continue to grow.
How optimistic are you that Maj?
Malik, I ain't seen King Malik around ever, but he tags Matt and says Matt SS 6-6 season. Sounds about right. Y'all, I'm gonna just tell you, if Tennessee only wins 6 games, then the defense was not what it was supposed to be.
No,
that defense is gonna win. Like, that defense is going to win you 9 games
for sure. I mean, how many did it win last year?
He said, "Oh, I give y'all 7-6, 8-5."
Who's your team,
boy?
Bro?
He said, "My boy King, a Florida fan." Oh, King. Okay, King. Now listen, y'all 1 injury away from being 3-win team, and Billy fired before we even get to the swamp. So I ain't lying, because if DJ Lagway is injured, it's over. It's wraps. Game's over.
We know all about Harrison Bailey over here, bro. You in bad hands if he goes down.
Too much offensive returning depth coming back this year. Y'all do. I agree. I think Trey Wilson, but I just heard Dallas Wilson got hurt. That's your freshman star receiver. He hurt. And then I also heard Aiden Meisel. He looking good. I like him. I really do like him. And then Ball is nice. I like him at running back. And Lagway. Obviously, DJ Lagway is the token. But I'm going to tell you something, King, on a real note. Watching the Any Given Saturday thing and from Netflix and seeing Lagway speak, he's scary, bro. Like, he's scared. Like, he made himself seem like he was like low-key kind of scared to play. Like, he had moments last year, and I think he was a great spark because Graham Mertz wasn't. Obviously, Graham Mertz got hurt against Tennessee last year, and I liked Mertz. I thought Mertz kind of made. I think he made some things happen for you guys early. And obviously, DJ Lagway is the most talented guy in that room last year. But, man, it seems like he has some type of, like, I don't know. Maybe it was just the way Netflix portrayed him as a character. But, man, he definitely seemed a little scary to me, bro.
You know who else is scary? That's the man at the head, bro. Billy Napier.
Yeah, Billy, yeah. Like, here's the thing, King. Here's the honest truth. Billy Napier is not the guy for Florida. And he's recruiting this kind of roster who also ain't really Florida kind of kids. Like, it's just truth. Like, Lagway should be playing at, like, Texas A&M or, like, Texas Tech. Like, Trey Wilson should never have stepped foot on Florida campus under Billy Napier. Now, if Trey Wilson was there when, like, Dan Mullen, he would have been to the NFL last year. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because Dan Mullen gets his guys a football. So that's the thing, King. Like, look, I'm a Tennessee fan through and through, bro. I got a power T on my arm. Yeah, I know you can't see it right now. I'm Tennessee through and through, but I am a realist. And I think Florida can be good, but I don't think that DJ Lagway is going to make it 12 games. I really don't. I mean, he's proven that already. He was in a boot earlier in camp. He got hurt last year. Like, if he can make it 12 games, then shoot, Florida might actually get 9. They might win that 8 to 10 games and could sneak into the playoff. But if Lagway's hurt, bro, I'm sorry, it's over with. Who you gonna roll out there? The Warner? We saw what he did last year. Like, we don't want, you don't want that rolling out there, buddy. So
nah.
He said, LOL, the way the team fought for Billy, I changed my perspective on Billy. No. The team wasn't fighting for Billy. The team was fighting for DJ Lagway. like, I don't think they was fighting for Billy, man. Like, Billy King.
They wanted Billy's head for like the first 6-7 weeks.
King, would you play for Billy? Like, take Florida out of the picture. Hold up, y'all. We done watching Hyper. We know what he said. Take Florida out of the picture, King. Would you play for Billy Napier? That's my question. Me? No, absolutely not. Not a second. So I mean, we've got some guys right here, and I think DJ's gonna be real good. And I know we've got Trey and Dallas and all of this. And no, bro, I'm not playing for him. How did he even recruit guys to get there? Because he was at Florida.
Yeah.
Like,
you know who he reminds me of?
Who?
He's a little bit better of a play caller, but it's Jeremy Pruitt.
Yeah.
It's all over again for us, bro.
Look, Adrian, I'd rather play Pruitt than him. Literally. Look, King said Billy dang near cried after that Ole Miss game interview. Didn't they lose that game?
No, they won it, but Ole Miss sold twice. Jackson Dart threw back-to-back interceptions. First one got called back, and then he threw another one.
That's right. Yeah,
they sold that game.
They did. They really did. I mean, I think that's the SEC, though, bro. You got to come to play every game, and I think that's the thing with everybody, dude. I mean, we got beat by Arkansas, right? No way in the love of God should we have lost to Arkansas last year. But yeah, I mean, I think Florida definitely heated it up at the end of the year, and it was cool to see. He said, to be honest, I like his character and what he stands for. He's a good GM.
Is that game manager?
Game manager, yeah.
I disagree, but
I don't know, man. I couldn't play for him, bro. I couldn't.
I
couldn't get past the lameness. Like,
right.
It's like, I would tell you the only thing King says the only thing that was holding him back is play calling. Well, he's still gonna call the plays this year. So what else? Like, what are we talking about?
Facts.
He said no. He said general manager, actual like GM, like a general manager. Well, then why is he coaching?
Facts.
I don't want my GM coaching King. Come on, King.
Nah.
Man, we need to get King on the show, bro. We can sit here and talk to King forever and get him to understand that Sunbelt Billy. First of all, he's not gonna be at Florida next year. I'm telling y'all, if Lagway gets hurt, I promise you, if Lagway gets hurt, it's blouses.
Oh, yeah, because I got a little bit of inside information on Florida, but the whole reason that they brought in that big old transfer class and Florida's been throwing around so much money is because the boosters are telling everybody, like, hey, take what you need, but if Billy don't get it done this year, gone.
What do you think about that?
Feel like it's possible.
He's so
sick of Mississippi, bro.
I know he is, and that is perfect for him.
Yeah.
Everybody on Apple and Spotify, somebody in the chat said Lane Kiffin is going to Florida. I'm like, that's what I don't want to happen.
Right. They can get scary under Lane Kiffin, bro.
That's what I don't want to happen. But yeah, King, you spiced this night up. I was not prepared. You spiced it up, but I appreciate you, King.
Facts.
He said, yeah. So that's not what I want. He says, oh, they're winning more than 9-10. I hope you're not saying with Billy Napier. I really hope that's not what you're saying. Now with Lane Kiffin and what he would do with the recruit, yeah, that's a different story. But y'all, listen, man. We're gonna wrap this up a little bit. Obviously, Heupel's press conference, great, solid. A lot of things to work on. Dylan, let's talk about this, man, before we wrap. What does this week need to look like? What are you expecting to hear when we get to a scrimmage on Friday? What does week 3 need to happen? Or what does week 3 need to look like?
Well, we need to see, we got to get healthy. whether it's something that's just bubble wrapped or if it's just an actual injury. We need to see that bubble wrap kind of come off, kind of getting guys hot, getting guys ready. And then we need to see what you said earlier, just separation. We need to see either Sam Pendleton or William Satterwhite pull out and get the job, or we need to see Joey or Jake start to take more reps and get more comfortable. That's really all we need. We just need to start getting a good idea of what the roster is going to look like week 1.
Yep. I'm in the space where I'm ready to hear about the separation. Next week is a mock game week for Tennessee, and literally the week after that, y'all, we play football. Like, we play football. We have another solid week with a scrimmage on Friday. Then we have a mock game week, and then it's game week, y'all. It's the real thing. I need separation at all positions that have a battle. Center, I need a guard, receivers. Obviously, we know our 3, but who rolls out there against Syracuse at this point? Like, who actually rolls out there? He says, look what he says. He said, it's not fun anymore because I know y'all gonna be cheeks this season. Oh, Malik, keep coming back. Malik, keep coming back. Pastor, we need you back because you're losing it. Delusional. If you think Florida is gonna have a better record than Tennessee, that's where you have lost me. That's where you've lost me.
We can't talk too much trash because I know that we can't play in the swamp to save our lives.
No.
But when y'all come up to Knoxville, what happens, bro?
You lose every time right now.
At least
when you got a competent head coach in Josh Heupel.
Facts.
Now, and every year it's gonna be like that, dude. I feel like it's the same with Bama right now for us. It's just where are we playing? Where's the game being played?
Yeah, we're gonna trade back and forth. But I promise you, if we beat Florida this year, Malik, you better be here on the 23rd because we're gonna be live that next night.
Yes, Sirski. You better pull up. And I'm gonna be me and Turner gonna be on the way back from the swamp. So Malik, we might have to link up. We might have to link up.
I forgot you was heading down there, bro.
Yeah,
Florida's gonna be rowdy, bro. You get a water balloon thrown at you. It ain't water in there, bro. I done heard some stories, bro.
Man, they can do what they want, especially if we come back with a dub. I don't care.
Facts.
He's tripping, bro. Malik, dude, you are delusional. You are a delusional Florida fan. Florida is returning 65% production with a top 5 O-line and a mobile Lagway. Lagway hurt.
If y'all had a top 5 O-line, y'all wouldn't have got Mertz or Lagway killed last year.
No, I'm trying to be humble here. 7-5. You saying we're going? That's crazy. Oh, King. Nah, I like King. And I love that he's repping his team and he's not a realist. He's a delusional Florida fan. And that's okay. Like, sometimes that's just what we are. And the fact that he really thinks that Billy Napier can lead Florida to 10 wins is crazy to me. It's not happening.
I mean, I'm sure we all a little delusional over here too, but it's crazy.
I'm probably the realest one out of everybody. I mean, I got Tennessee. Like, I don't know. We'll see though. But I think we got to get the separation in the right parts this year, or the right positions this year. And we got to get cleaner operation offensively, defensively, all across the world, all across the field and everywhere in every position. So I think we can get that. And I think we will get that. I'm just anxious to kind of see how it plays out this week. But y'all already know, man. Hopefully we will be back live on Wednesday. If not, we'll send some posts down, let everybody know, man. It's just I'm a busy week for me, a lot of travel. We will try to pop in and throw in a couple of small videos, just updating everybody on what's going on throughout this week. Tennessee does have practice tomorrow. Go ahead.
Just a little nugget for anybody still listening. We will have somebody on the inside on Friday for the second scrimmage. So go ahead and join the channel, jump into Discord. We're going to have everything ready for y'all.
Yes, sir. But like I said, man, we're going to try to hop in and have some smaller videos throughout this week, just due to the nature of us not potentially going live on Wednesday. But hopefully we still do. We'll keep everybody posted, man. But until then, y'all have a great week. Fall camp week number 3, practice number 9 tomorrow there at the complex. We'll have all the news updates for you guys. But like I said, man, until then, you already know what it is, man. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. For my guy Dylan, it's your boy Ruck, and we will see you later. this week.